From the Beam Media Studios in Dallas, Texas, it's the For Drew Show with Jack Everett. Well, Drew, it's a new year. Perhaps the most important year of our lives, because it's 2019. And 2019 is the most important year, because it's the year Blade Runner takes place. So I know that there will be flying cars by November of this year, if that movie is accurate, and I think it probably is. But more important than that, as we come to this new year, it is a time of reflection. It is a time of pondering, and it's a time of New Year's resolutions. Now, I won't be making any New Year's resolutions. Instead, I'm going to be reflecting on the past and the important things of the past. And the most important thing that ever happened to me in my life is when I got this road atlas. This road atlas by Rand McNally, and it's the Kmart edition. Now, there are many editions of Rand McNally road atlases. There's the regular unbranded edition. There's the Walmart editions. And there's the Kmart edition, among other editions. So the Kmart edition has this map of America made up of a bunch of little Kmart logos. And that is one of the distinguishing things of the Kmart edition of this road atlas. But that leads us to how I got my 1996 road atlas. I was always obsessed with maps, and I found myself in the 7th grade. And because there were many slackers in my middle school, many people skipping class and stuff, the school decided to do a reward system for people that showed up to class. So they would give out raffle tickets when you showed up to class that they would put in for a drawing at the end of each month. And I had many raffle tickets because I showed up to class, unlike all the kids that didn't show up to class. So my name got drawn in one of the raffles, and my prize was this road atlas. And I was ecstatic. Many of the prizes were just candy or other junk food or notebooks or something. But this prize of the road atlas was the greatest prize to me, because I knew how much I liked maps. There are probably 60 maps in this, because it's not just maps of the United States. It also has Canada and Mexico. But Drew, when I got home with my atlas, I would soon discover that the maps were not the most interesting thing that I would find in this atlas. And sure, it had a lot of maps, but I opened the very first page, to the cover page, and I saw this photo of a woman. And I didn't know who this woman was at the time. I now know her to be Kathy Ireland. But what I did know is that when I saw this photo, I could not look away from it. It was the most fascinating thing I'd ever seen in my life. And I didn't understand what my fascination was, but I knew I wanted to tell the world about it. And so I took my atlas and I showed my sister, and I said, "Look at this atlas I won from school. It's got all these cool maps in it, and I just love every single page. Like this map of Georgia, because this map of Georgia has the capital of Georgia, which I think is Atlanta, but maybe I'm wrong." And I was like, and I'm going to show you every page and tell you everything I love. And so I opened up to the cover page and said, "Even this cover page I love." And do you know what my favorite thing on this cover page is? And my sister said, "No." And I said, "It's this guy, because he's golfing." and golfing is cool. Because I was too embarrassed to admit that I was enamored by a photo of a woman. This photo of Kathy Ireland. And I found myself day after day opening my atlas and looking at that photograph. And one day when I realized that my mind was consumed with it, I went to my mom and I said, "Mom, I have this road atlas and I can't stop looking away from this page, from this picture of this woman." And I said to my mom, "I've got video games to play and I've got TV shows to watch, and yet I'm stuck looking at this photograph of this woman." And I said, "Mom, why is it I cannot look away from this photo?" And my mom said to me, "That is beauty." And I said, "What is this thing beauty? What is this thing beauty that draws me to it, that I cannot look away? How can I know more about beauty?" And my mom said, "Go outside and you can know more beauty." And I said, "Where will I find this beauty outside?" And she said, "You will know it when you see it." And I said, "How?" And she said, "Go outside." I went outside to my backyard and I saw the same tree I'd seen before, the same tree I'd climbed 1,000 times before, so I knew that tree intimately. But for the first time in my life, when I saw that tree, I saw the leaves of it and how they captured the wind and made the branches dance. And I said, "That is beauty!" And my neighbor heard me and he said, "Quiet down there, boy." And I said to him, "You saying that is beauty?" And he said, "Do you want me to call your mother son?" And I said, "No, sir, because my mom told me to find beauty out here," and I did. And as I looked at the rest of my yard, I noticed everything was beautiful. I noticed the grass, the way it grew unevenly across our lawn and looked like a mountain range of grass, and I said, "That is beauty." But I said it quieter this time, as to not annoy my neighbor. And I looked at our old fence and how it was falling apart, and you could see through the slats of it, and you could see into the neighbor's yard, a different neighbor, not the same one that was yelling at me. And I said, "The imperfections and corrosion of that fence is beauty." And I found a hatchet in my yard, and I picked it up, and I whacked it into a log, and I said, "That is beauty." And that's what beauty is, Drew. Beauty is everything. If there is anything I learned from seeing that photo of Kathy Ireland, it is that there is one constant in the universe, and that is beauty. Because the stars themselves in their celestial formation are beauty. Beauty will transcend everything. And that is the one thing that we can be sure of, is that no matter what happens, beauty will remain. This has been the For Drew Show. I'm Jack Everett. Thanks for watching.